I wanted to just ask you about your time coaching in South Africa. You were at Cape Town City, startup team, you won trophies, you achieved brilliant things. You then go to Amazulu, who had a new owner, who had ambitious goals, and you come in and you take them to second in the league and to qualifying for Africa. Do you think that body of work in South Africa, and also combined with your United experience, shows to the Soweto Giants, to Sundowns, to the North African powerhouses, that you can come into those big setups and achieve great success?
Yeah, of course. I think it's the belief first one has to have in yourself. You know, as a player, I had that belief that I never limited myself to just be an ordinary player. So I think I'm not going to do that now with my coaching career. So I think I can be as good as the best coaches out there with the right club, with the right opportunity, if given the chance, because I know the amount of work that I put in, and I know how players think and the mentality, what mentality they need to have if you want to succeed, if you want to go, and then also the brand of football that you like to play as a manager. You know, you want to play football that players want to play for you, that they want to be part of a team that plays that brand of football, and not necessarily beautiful football, but a brand of football that's identified with winning constantly. And a player would want to be part of that. And that's what I like to give. You know, when I was in the driving seat as a manager, when I managed previously, that what I offered these players the opportunity to have. So yeah, so I think that is you know, what I want to achieve, and what I think I can achieve if given the opportunity. So
I'll give you an example. Walid Regragui, he's the coach in Morocco. He used to play for the Moroccan team, so he understands the culture and the ethos as a player. He obviously led Morocco to the Qatar World Cup semis. Do you think if you were given an opportunity to coach Bafana Bafana, you could achieve that type of success with them?
it's something no one will know. No one. There's no machine developed yet to tell you the future. So no one. It's you got a risk. It's risk that people have to take. But I think it's also what you don't know can't hurt. You know. So if you give someone the opportunity, like with the hunger that they have, only good things can come from it. So I think, and I'm in that bracket as well. I'm hungry. I'm a young coach. I've got lot to learn still, you know, but I also have so much to give, a lot of passion, and when you combine those two, the team that you work for, wherever you get the opportunity, they're the ones that will benefit from it, you know, because you have special working relationship with players, good understanding, and then obviously the work ethic, the work that you put in, the type of football that you play, and all those that combine, it gives success at the end of the day. So.
Yeah, I'm not sure if you managed to watch a lot of AFCON games, but obviously Bafana made it to the semis and they won the bronze medal match. When you take a step back and look at them, like, what type of potential do you think the current Bafana Bafana team has?
It's a good generation of players, you know, a lot of young players breaking through. So I definitely think that was a massive opportunity for Bafana, you know, that they had a good group of talented players coming through, and they found themselves in a lucrative position to be in a semi-final of an AFCON. A little bit of shortages, but you know, you take it, because Bafana over the last few years have been nowhere. They've not qualified for any World Cups. Yeah, so they've underachieved quite a lot. And then for the fact that they've went on to a semi-final of an African Nations Cup. It's good, but I think with the current squad and the current generation of players that they have to choose from, they should be there and thereabout, you know. So I don't know if they have the right manager, and if not, whichever right man comes in and take this group of players, and hopefully he can take this group of players to the next level.
Do you think it would be the preference for a national team to have somebody from that country coaching because they can maybe connect with the culture and the players in ways people from the outside might not be able to do?
No, not necessary. Not necessary. I think qualified coach, a coach that knows, you know, obviously you should connect with the culture and your environments that you're in, wherever it is that you manage. So it doesn't necessarily mean that you have to be a local to succeed. So I don't think that's the issue. I just think it's just sometimes it's if it doesn't work, sometimes, you know, the right mentality of players. So I don't agree with it has to be a local South African coach or an English coach that takes over that will have success. If that makes sense?
Definitely makes sense. If we look at the current generation of Bafana players, Lyle Foster at the moment looks like the most high-profile player. What do you think he can achieve for club and country?
For Burnley, he's done really well so far. He had his Premier League debut, which he did okay, and then
He had some challenges with
he had some major challenges, which he overcame, and it looks like he's back now. And I'm quite in contact with Lyle, so we do speak a lot, and he seems to have his head screwed on right and his feet firm on the ground, and he wants to succeed. And I think with that Burnley team, they'll be able to push again to get promotion to the Premier League, and he will play a massive part in that. But I think, yeah, he's a player that's super important for Bafana, for the national team, and what they want to achieve, whether it's for qualifying for the World Cup or going on to qualify for AFCON and then winning the AFCON. You need player like Lyle, you know, because back when my time, we had loads of players that was playing in the biggest leagues in the world. When we go back, we had a pool of players that came with different experiences from different countries, different clubs. So it kind of elevates the national team. But now when you only have like one or two players that plays in the top leagues in Europe, it kind of pulls you a little bit back. But like I said, with the right coaching, you can achieve something special, because this crop of South African players at the moment, it's a good generation of players. So, you know, the right manager, the right man for the job would probably be able to achieve good things and help the country qualify for a World Cup that they're so desperate for.
Benny, you were obviously a fantastic player. You did things with a swagger and a style. How does that translate into your coaching philosophy?
I think for me it's important to have an understanding first of where your players come from, that you be able to connect with them on a level on what you want to achieve as a manager, as a coach, and what you want them to also achieve with the ability that you see. But also, for me, it's about working closely on the individual talent, making each and every player better at their craft, and making them tap into, you know, how they can achieve more than what they're giving at that present point. Because I think the better you can make players, the more it helps the team, So I'm that kind of coach that likes to work closely with players, and I know it's a massive job because you've got so many players, but you always have to have time for those players because you want to bring the best out of the individuals, because then at the end of the day the team is the one that benefits when the individual gets to his level where he should be playing, and then it's beneficiary to the team. And that's what I love most about working as a manager, that you have that special relationship with every single player in the team, but when you go out on the pitch, you get them you get them to bring out the best in themselves.
Hair dryer treatment, or arm around the shoulder, or both?
A little bit of everything. A little bit of everything. I think if you're satisfied with what the players are giving, what they're putting in, and they're happy with every single performances in training, every single performances in games that they give you, then yeah, I don't see there's necessary for hair dry treatment, because they do as much as they can possible. They give you the best of what they have, and that should be good enough for you as a manager, as a coach, when the players give you that. And then more of that.
Sure. I hope you don't mind, but I'm going to stay on this for a little bit. I look at the team you coached at Cape Town City, and I looked at the team you coached at Amazulu. That did not have the talent of, say, Sundowns or Al Ahly or Wydad Casablanca. So what did you do to get the best out of many of those players who played their best football under you?
Made them believe that they were better than players that was playing for the biggest teams, because obviously every single day on the training pitch you work on your craft, you worked on improving technical abilities. Like I said, you just the finer detailed, that you manage. You do things that they weren't accustomed to when they played under other managers, so those are the changes that I used to do when I was a coach there. And then obviously when it comes down to game situation, it's 90 minutes, 11 versus 11. What you produce every single day should be better than what they, just because they play for the bigger team and the bigger name team doesn't make them better players than what we have as a team. And yeah, I just used to make the players believe that, they were way better than the teams that we were playing for at that present in time. And then they go out on the pitch and then give you performances of a lifetime and so forth. So you tap into that, and you were getting those performances on a regular basis, week in, week out, because these players were then opting to, yes, we are here, but we want to be there, we want to get there. So that was the benchmark we were setting. You were playing to be successful so that you can go and play for the Al Ahlis and the Sundowns of today. And that was, at the end of the day, the results were coming for us. And if the players were fortunate enough to get the contracts, if they were to have the attention of the Sundowns and the Al Ahlis, brilliant, beautiful for them, because now you get to change your life, because now you go into bigger and better things and teams that can offer you way more than where you find yourself at the moment. And that was always the end goal, was to become the best, and then to go and play for the best teams. If it happens, amazing. If it doesn't, at least you've given yourself that opportunity to test how good you could really be. And that's what I used to offer my players. And they played for me, and I could never have a single complaint on what I was getting in return from the players. And
I just wanted to say to you, I spoke to you 5 years ago when you were in Cape Town City. 5 years from now, where will I be talking to you? Where do you think you'll be?
coaching, not sure, MLS team or one of the top continent teams in Africa. Or maybe a national team, South Africa. I was almost close to say maybe Man United, who knows, but no.
Why not? Why can Man United not be something for you in 5 years? Was that the 10-year plan?
No, that's no plan. I've got my reasons why, but just leave that one out.
Fair enough. There's a South African saying that's been getting a lot of popularity internationally. I think with the Springboks, with MMA fighter Dricus du Plessis, hulle weet nie wat ons,
Weet nie.
which means in English.
They don't know what we know.
How does that relate to you, Benny?
Hulle weet nie wat ons weet nie. Exactly, just like that. They don't know what I know. I know what I can do. I know what I have. And that's for the rest of the world to find out. If they give me the opportunity, then they will know what I know.
And then die poppe sal dans.
Exactly.